Okay. Today we're exploring the topic of self-talk. How do you talk to yourself in a tennis match? It does not matter which tennis level player you are, the same topic comes back for anyone. Depending on how you talk to yourself, you will either perform at your best and possibly your worst. This is a muscle that you can develop. This is a skill that you can learn. My goal, my intention with this video is to help you figuring out where am I usually and how can I do to step into a new level of self-talk. So I give you a bit of context. This week, you know that sometimes in life, the same topic comes from many places and you are called to think and consider, okay, what's happening with this? It's like the same topic with different people. This week and last week, I was with the main player that I coach for the pre-qualies and the qualies of Wimbledon, so very high level. This week as well, I'm here in Compiègne for an ITF junior tournament with a junior player. Also, I coach online amateur players. And also, I've talked yesterday, I exchanged messages yesterday with Arthur Ferry, which is so far the best player I've coached, and I'm still helping from time to time. And for everyone, the topic of self-talk comes back. You will see with this video, there are different levels of self-talk, and hopefully you will make a decision from this video to change and to help yourself to go to the next level. The first level of self-talk. Let's start with the perception, how they perceive the situation. So typically, it's for amateur players. When you go to amateur player tournaments, you see this behavior anywhere. I've just been in the US and it was the same. I saw amateur players and people being pissed off. So you see this, it builds up pretty quickly. Could be like after a few games. The perception of the world is, how come did I miss this? The world conspires against me. I've just made a video with an interview with an amateur player who was sharing quite authentically that he felt like the world conspired against him on the tennis court. Like the guy had some luck and that every time he comes back, that this situation again and again, he's never lucky in his life.
Le truc que je me dis tout le temps en fait, c'est putain, c'est pas possible que ce soit tout le temps contre moi quoi.
This to me is, as I said, like alcohol. It reveals what's inside, some trauma, some things that you haven't digested well in your life, and it comes back, and it comes back, and it comes back. So the shots you miss, again, it comes back. You're not good enough. The opponent that is lucky, again. The too much sun, anything. And the funny bit is that even when they do something correct or even good, they will still look at the world and see the world as not good enough, like the glass half empty. So it seems to me that at this level 1, self-talk is an amplifier of what's inside, like the negativity that is inside, that will come up regardless of the situation. Any situation is good to see the world as terrible, horrible, a bad place. And so you can also see the body language, like really going self-defeated. It's not a place of judgment, by the way, it's observation, and it's something that I've encountered as well. It's just to be aware that if it's your case, this is something that we all have and that we need to go beyond this level. Yes, the guy made a great winner. Yes, you missed a shot. Yes, this situation happened with a let. Okay, now let's move on to the next level of self-talk and see whether we can do better. The second level of self-talk happens when you have high expectations. You played well in practice and then you go to your match and you expect to play the same. And because you have this high expectation of yourself, then you will hit but not liberated. So you will hit with tension, and then you will see that the guy is not making a mistake because your shots are not like as powerful as they could be. And you keep telling yourself, I should win against this guy, I'm better than this guy. And because you tell yourself this, then you're more tense and more tense. You're hesitant, you freeze, your coordination doesn't work as well as usual. High expectation is a very dangerous place. If you catch yourself telling yourself, I should win, I should not miss a shot that easy, that's high expectation. And you need to go to the next level of self-talk and awareness. Yes, self-talk is definitely important. If you don't have it, no chance to reach your highest potential. So there is definitely a need for you to do the work in this regard. Having said this, there are many layers, many skills to improve to help you to go to the next level. I put a link here in the description of this video so you can explore the possibility of working with me online. I do help a limited amount of amateur players. Limited because I'm on the tour most of the time and I like to do great work. So with everybody that I engage, that I commit, I want them to go to the next level. So the thing to do is to take an appointment with me and to explore in this free conversation. I will ask you also to send me a video of your tennis. So we will explore whether we can do some great work together. And if it's not, well, you will have a free conversation with me anyway, and it would be helpful, hopefully. All right, that's it. I also put a link of the recent ebook that I wrote, specifically to explain that we are all different, we all move differently. It's called Your Natural Tennis. And if you find yourself forcing some movements, you might want to explore this one. Which leads us to level 3. Level 3 is the first level where you can start to develop your game and perform better. So level 3 is, I would say, typically how I read Spanish training, Spanish way of seeing. So they go on the court and they will promote and encourage everyone to put with high intensity, moving a lot, putting the ball in the court, and yeah, go for it, maximum power, and in the court. I talked once to Luis Bruguera, and he told me that he was the creator of this philosophy. Okay, maybe. He said that the philosophy is that you should be able to hit the ball in the court even while you sleep. All right, so not much self-talk, just more like intensity in the court, intensity. Come on, vamos, allez. That's encouraging yourself. That is simple and high intensity, so that at least there is something to send you towards performance. All right, and as you can hear with my voice, we can do better. Still, Spanish training has produced lots and lots of amazing players. So there are things to take from this philosophy. Okay, which leads us to level 4 of self-talk. And this is where I'm doing my best to coach players. Level 4 is about directing your mind, your energy towards a certain outcome. And so the self-talk that you will have is to help you with your intention to drive your car, or maybe it's a boat, like sail your boat toward this very specific direction. Now you will have to find what is a good direction for you. Yes. Having said this, I think there are 2 main components for everybody to have. One is which state you want to be. A state is how much relaxed, how much activated you want to be. So there is a specific state for every player, and it's different. Like players like Pete Sampras or Roger Federer need to be very relaxed, obviously. But players like Rafa Nadal or who else? Agassi, they need a lot of intensity. So you need to find what is your ideal state. So how do you help yourself with this state? Well, if you want to relax, I was myself thinking of relaxing my shoulders, and that was enough. You need to find something that helps you. Breathing is something that helps you. If you need to have more intensity, well, Agassi was walking very fast. Probably was thinking very fast as well. So it's how you engage with this self-talk, since we talk about this topic, in a way that conduces the state you are looking for. So state is the first one, and the second one is the intention of your game plan, depending on the situation. So for instance, for me, it could be like at this moment, I can only do forehand because I'm not confident in my other shots. So I'm gonna do forehand right, forehand left, and move around everything possible. And I'm gonna do this for now. So now I have a state, shoulders, and my forehand, right, left, right, left. Simple, it has to be simple. Okay, so now you see I direct my brain towards something. If I miss a ball, it's okay. I still come back to my topic. If I miss another one, I come back to my topic. So here is to have the discipline. So now it's to look at the world not as the glass half full, but even if it's 2% full, is to nurture this part. Like I'm able only to do forehand, so I'm gonna do forehand, that's it. All right, and then I feel better at some point, and then I can come back to my serve and volley, I can come back with my drop shots. That would be the way that I would talk to myself, depending on the situation. Something for your state of mind with your body, and something with your mind to direct your strategy and your game. All right? At this level of intention, I would like to put a special case. For some people, they need, apparently, because I have players who do this, they need to think of their technique. So for instance, they need to think of, okay, I turn my shoulders. That helps more for my forehand. I need to move my legs more, okay? Something specific technique. For me, if I think technique, it doesn't help me. Also, thinking technique takes a lot of mental energy, conscious energy. So for me, it's, is it the best? Maybe not. But some people are wired differently than me, and it may be great for them to have this conscious mind into something technical. Okay, if it's helpful, go for it. Maybe there are some limitations for you to gauge. Having said this, there is a final level of self-talk that is beyond this level 4, so level 5. And I think I've just introduced a bit, is the idea of achieving a place where there is no more self-talk. Let's say it's a Zen level. Level 5 is Zen level. And as a practice of Zen, Zen meditation, most of the forms of meditation is to be aware of the thoughts that come to you and let it go, let it go, let it go. So as you do this and as you practice in a meditative state and you play tennis on a meditative state, then you have no more self-talk. To achieve this, well, it's a training, and it could be a lifetime training. As you do this, you enter a flow state, which is ideally what we are all looking for. Flow state is the place where your body is relaxed, aware of everything that happens to you, that is happening to you at this moment, happening to you and around you. So it could be like I'm aware of my breathing, and at the same time, I'm aware that my body is fluid, and at the same time, I'm aware of the sounds around me, the sounds of the ball. I can see the ball very clearly. I can have the access to my intuition and knowing that, okay, it's best to play here and then here, all right? And when things are like this, no matter what, it flows. The guy had been lucky, it flows. A guy made a winner, it flows. The umpire made a mistake, it flows. And I keep coming to my best level. Yes, this level is, for most of us, very hard to achieve and very hard to achieve on command. But Before this, you have other levels that you are able to master, to develop for any of us, and it's a decision, it's a choice. It's a choice of the person you choose to be ultimately. You choose to be the one that remains in the victim attitude, victim energy. It's possible. Many people around the world are in this place. Man, you go to a cafe, I'm in France, I'm pretty sure I go to a cafe and I'm listening to any discussions around there. Oh yeah, it's very hot. Oh, have you seen about what these politicians did? Or have you seen about this and that? Okay, complain. Easy. You see much less the people who have developed their mind to direct their mind, focus their mind into what they're really looking for in their lives. And when they do this, yeah, they have amazing success. Success in their career, success with their romantic life, because they're able to say, this is what I want, this is not what I want, and continually through any adversity to develop this mindset. All right? So that's the invitation for you. If you feel like you are at level 1, all right, move to level 2, 3, 4. Well, level 2, not so much, but 3 and 4 if you can. And I think you can. And I think everybody can, if you choose to. Enjoy your training.